Hi, this is Lee Chapin. It's December 29th, 2018. We're here with George Scaria and Gerald Willis. We're at the Le Meridian Hotel here in Kochi, India. As you have been following me, we're here to take our Ayurvedic treatments at the Punarnava Treatment Center. And George has been very gracious to help educate us about the Ayurvedic centers and enlighten us about his job as the hospitality marker. And George was just telling me that he is a plantation farmer, and I like him already because I am a daughter of a farmer.
Yeah, that's
So
wonderful.
welcome, George.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became involved.
Yeah, actually, I entered into hospitality in 28 years before, just because of a passion for, meeting more people and mixing into more cultures and all. So that's how, I entered. And in 2004, I met Dr. Anwar, who is the chairman of Punarnava. And I found him as a very passionate physician who was, very educated, and he was doing a lot of researches into, possibilities of Ayurveda. So he asked me whether I will be able to help him, to promote. So I thought it was a nice idea because alternative medicine was really in the very, low stage at that time, 2004 in Kerala. So we started our first center in the city, and we started, a little bit of marketing in the European countries, and it was really picking up. And I could see that kind of a real passion with Dr. Anwar, and I wanted to really expand or send it to many people abroad, and it was going gradually. But in the meantime, what happened, Punarnava was more into the curative side of Ayurveda. Like, we were getting a lot of patients who are really ill. So our centers were more like a hospital with the doctors, nurses, and physiotherapy centers and all. So when we approached the European market or the Western market, they were not that keen on staying in a hospital for this kind of thing. So they wanted a little more, luxury or a little more comfort, resort kind of thing. So and it was not that easy for us to build, something, but we were in the process, and in between, went a little bit focused on my tour company. I had it in since 2000, year 2000, and it was growing very well. So in the meantime, we could find a few investors, to assist us, for two good Ayurveda hotels. So we started one in Fort Cochin, which is in the colonial side of Cochin. Yeah, we have got 17-room property there for since last 2 years. This is our first Ayurveda hotel, which has got all modern amenities for a. Maybe we'll stay there next time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it will be my pleasure. And the second one I opened in last June, which is in a beach called Charai Beach, which is 25 kilometers from the city. It's by the airport? It's near to the airport, yeah. So that's a nice place, where you can really relax. It's a kind of a resort.
Okay.
One side is backwaters and the other side is ocean.
Backwards?
Backwaters, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So there, now we have started promoting it to the Western clients, and we are getting a lot of Western travelers coming and staying there who are doing rejuvenation as well as curative treatments. So when we talk about Punarnava, our approach to Ayurveda is a totally different one than that of an Ayurvedic resort. Ayurvedic research, they are more into the luxury kind of thing. They are not focusing on the treatment part. But with Punarnava, if you come to our resort also, what is happening? Our doctors are very keen on identifying the body metabolism of a guest or imbalances of a guest, and we try to bring a holistic healing. I mean, we cannot really call it as a treatment or something like that, but we incorporate, little bit of treatment in every rejuvenation guest. So when they go back after 14 days or 7 days, they will feel that, they have cured from their illness. Because normally every human being, it's whether it is you or me or him, we have a feeling that no, we are fit enough, we are not sick at all. But when a doctor looks at you, he will find out something.
Okay, there was
Yeah,
something out of balance.
yeah, right. Some kind of an imbalance. So Ayurveda is the best thing, to bring back that imbalance to a balanced living stage. So that is what we are doing at Punarnava.
So they're working on the mind, body, spirit.
Yeah, that is the basic thing, but it on a very light mode. you will not be giving a feeling that you are sick or you are in a hospital. But at the same time, we provide all the facilities of a hospital in a little more in a pampering way. So of course it's a gimmick, but it really gives a lot of result, because in Ayurveda we believe that your, as you said, your body, mind, and spirit, everything should come together to a peaceful situation. Then only you will get that result. So we are making that ambience in our places. And our doctors are amazing. We have got a group of 30 doctors and a lot of yoga therapies and physiotherapists. If you go to an Ayurvedic resort in another place, you will see doctors, you will see therapists, but you will not see any nurses, you will not see any, physiotherapists. So that's the difference, when we are talking about a holistic healing, this all will help you to cure. So, and even the food part. Of course, people say that Ayurveda is pure vegetarian, which is wrong. Ayurveda is not vegetarian because if you see, there are medicines, which is made out of, meat and, ghee and all. So it's not
Not all
basically.
just plant
I've
based.
had hot milk poured on me, so
Yeah,
clearly
yeah. So so what we normally do, of course, we give a diet to the patient. I mean, if he is sick, he will have to avoid some kind of food and all. But we take a little extra care on the food also because we have seen the Western people, they are not, that soft enough to compromise on the food part, sometimes, some people, if they are really sick, they will, adhere to all this kind of dieting.
Right.
Otherwise, we make them comfortable with the possible diet. We don't say that, you should eat only, vegetables or salads or something.
you let them drink wine when they're
And
here.
not really. Yeah, alcohol is not permitted.
They told us to drink warm water, avoid swimming, and do not yogurt.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
didn't know about the
yeah, yeah,
yogurt.
yeah, yeah. This kind of light dieting will be there definitely, and swimming also. Some kind of cases, we don't allow swimming, but some cases, we allow swimming, but they have to cover their head and all that. Doctors will advise them. We always, think of a practical solution, because for example, I had a client from Germany who was admitted, for anti-depression treatment, and she came from Germany, and she was admitted in a place for 14 days. So immediately when we reached her there, we told her, you are not supposed to drink coffee from tomorrow. Then she said, George, I want to check out right now because I normally drink 10 coffees a day and I cannot live without a coffee. So it was a shock for her,
Right.
and we never wanted her to be in that shock. Then she will never be back from her depression. So we said, okay, we will do something. So we started with reducing the quantity of coffee, and after 3 days, she was okay with our herbal water. Then she did not drink coffee at all. So this is a kind of thing we approach.
So in some ways, it's very subtle.
Yeah,
The body begins to just
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
adjust
yeah.
to the
Yeah,
treatment.
yeah, yeah. Because for Ayurveda, you see, we treat as per the base of a particular body. For example, you are from America, so your body base is depending upon the climate in America, the food, the kind of food you are eating in America. So all of a sudden, you cannot change to India, and you cannot change.
Yes.
So we never ask the people, and we are not supposed to do that also. So Ayurveda treats as where you are, like your body is fitted to a particular climate or some kind of things, so we treat as per that. We cannot really change your entire metabolism on a fine day, and we cannot start it new.
Change people's habits
Yeah,
overnight.
yeah. So it's a gradual process, and of course, Ayurveda is always about your lifestyle management. It's not only the treatment. When we do a 14 days treatment, when you go back, doctors will tell you how to modify your lifestyle. Definitely, you will have to do a little bit of modification on your lifestyle to bring back better health, continuously. And we have seen almost 99% of the guests, they're happy to do the modification because they have already seen a result in the treatment. Yeah, so they are happy to do that, and it gives a result also.
And then, so the treatment, we're here for what, 12 days?
12 days.
12
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
But they were telling us the recommended is 21. Is that standard or just?
Yeah, you see, it all totally depends. These are all assumptions we are giving. It all depends on your illness or your condition. Of course, you are sick. For example, for an obesity patient, for an overweight patient, we never advise any treatment below 21 days
Oh,
because it will not give any result.
right.
Maybe if you do 14 days, you may reduce 2 to 3 kilos if you're lucky. But if you really want a result, you need minimum 21 days, and 30 days is, really advised. Also, for some other kind of, arthritis. For arthritis, below 14 days, we don't advise. You will not get a result.
Can you can you explain some of the various treatments or the modalities that you use?
Yeah, actually, we are into all kind of critical care illness, especially people, coming after the stroke. We are very specialized on, post-stroke treatment. So they may be paralyzed, they may be in the coma stage. We had even patients, came with a shot on the head, and the patient was, gunshot
Oh,
on the
gunshot.
head, and he
Yes.
was paralyzed. And that boy is coming to our center for last 14 years. 14 years. He was in coma, but last year, he started talking. He started now walking also.
Oh,
So
fabulous.
yeah, so this, definitely, if you are patient enough to afford the time, the duration, we can treat almost everything. Of course, for cancer, we say we do not have any treatment for cancer. But what we do, the rehabilitation after cancer, we have got very good Rasayana treatments, very good treatments to bring back your burned cells, after your chemotherapy and all. We can do a lot on, bringing back many of your cells. So maybe also for, autism, for the children, we have fantastic treatments and for autism.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but again, it's all long term. We cannot really offer results in 1 year or 2 years, but definitely there's a result. And any kind of neuro diseases, any kind of neuro diseases, there's a proper treatment.
Like MS or
Yeah, yeah. And also we are very specialized in female care. We have got a treatment called Fem40 care. It's for the ladies, who are reaching menopause stage. So, that, during that stage, they'll be having more pressure,
Yes.
they'll be totally disturbed. So we have got a very good treatment for 14 days, and we have cleared it. And we have got, for infertility, we have got very nice treatment. Yeah,
Infertility.
yeah, yeah. We have got very proven results for infertility.
And so I also saw that you treat for addiction.
Yeah, yeah, de-addiction. That's one of the specialities, and we have not got much Western clients for that, but we had some Indian clients who were addicted to alcohol and all, drugs and all. We have got treatment, and again it's a question of how cooperative is the patient, because you have to modify your lifestyle after the treatment. So it's a kind of a treatment for the entire family. The family also should be understanding, but there are many cases which were successful.
And then for mental health treatment for people with psychiatric or mental health or psychological disorders,
Yeah.
you treat that as well?
Yeah, we treat as well, but again, we have got some parameters for that, they should have a very proper, bystander with them to take care of them, and they will be admitted only in our hospitals, not in our hotels. Hotels are, purely for rejuvenation and,
Right.
soft treatments. We have mental patients also in our Edapalli main hospital, which is equipped for that, because that center has got a proximity to the modern hospital also. In any case, if we need to admit him in some other tertiary care hospital, we do that, because some cases, we may have to depend on the modern technology or modern medicine also. Especially for the mental cases, if they need some kind of a depressant injection or something, so we have consultants, coming from other hospitals. So mental, it's not our, definitely no, it's not our focus, but we don't say no to them.
Don't say no.
Yeah,
You had a
yeah.
question.
Yeah, let me ask just, for people that are maybe not as familiar, so they don't have to Google it, if you can give us just a history of Ayurvedic treatment and how it was developed, obviously here in India and also in Kerala is the area where Ayurveda originates. If you could just, maybe just a very brief
Yeah.
history and the philosophy behind it, and then how, in modern times it's being used here.
Yeah, actually, if I should tell about the history of Ayurveda, I have to go back to 5,000 years. It started 5,000 years back, and I'm sure it should have been happened in the Himalayas, because it's all from the herbs. And even as for the Hindu mythology, it is said that for any disease in this universe, there's a medicine in the nature. So that was the basic of Ayurveda. and it was being explained by the rishis, the maharshis in the Himalayas, the yogis, the all yogis. So they started promoting, and it was a kind of a family kind of thing, and it translated. I'm not sure about the beginning of it in Kerala, but Kerala has got a very long history on that, because we have got a lot of royal families who had their own physicians, in the royal houses, and they started with this kind of natural herbs. That is the reason, all these doctors were, I mean, mainly were Brahmins. Brahmins means the upper caste Hindus who are the priests in the temples. So they started it, so it became a sort of an vegetarian thing, because they never eat non-vegetarian. So they promoted that. But it started in their homes. I mean, all the treatments were in the homes only, because there was no hospitals like that. People used to go to the Vaidyan. We call it as Vaidyan. That's the traditional name of an Ayurveda practitioner. The traditional Ayurveda doctor is called Vaidyan. So they went to the Vaidyan, and they bring the medicines, the herbs, from the, I mean, gardens and all. They make their own medicines. And this was a history, if you take, maybe 30, 40 years before. And the main evolution happened in Kerala was with the Kottakkal Ayurvedishala and Vaidyaratnam. They are the two families, who really brought Ayurveda into the modern kind of treatment. And even today, they are the biggest and topmost traditional Ayurveda houses in Kerala. They've got big hospitals, but they are into the hospital kind of thing. So you can admit there, you can be admitted there, and you can go for treatments. And they make their own medicines.
So the the medicines or the poultices or the medicines are all plant-based that are grown here local?
Yeah, now, for example, if you take Ayurveda, Punarnava Ayurveda, we are manufacturing our own medicines. We don't buy many things from outside, but few things we have to depend on other pharmacies. But for our treatments, basically our oils and internal medicines, everything we make in our factory in Trichur, because you cannot really depend on all the Ayurveda brands. There are some fake brands also, so you have to be very careful on the medicine. And Ayurveda result is always depending upon the kind of medicine you are using. The medicine is going wrong, it cannot give you that kind of a result, because mainly people think that no, the oil massage is the main thing. It's not. The internal medicines you take during your treatment also plays a big part, in the result, when you're getting. Of course, oils, it goes into your body, and it brings a rejuvenating factor, but still you need a lot of internal medicines also. So, regarding the usage of Ayurveda in the modern times, if you ask me in the my younger days, it is, I'm 51 now, so 50 years back also, I was not getting that kind of an Ayurvedic treatment in my village. We whenever we had something, we were always going to the modern doctor. So those days, we had LMP, licensed medical practitioner. That was the medical license for, I mean, people, doctors, here. So we were never. I have never gone to an Ayurveda, but those days also, if you had jaundice, for example, jaundice, yeah. Normally, we never go to a modern hospital. We go to an Ayurvedic practitioner. For jaundice, they were very known for this. We call it as ottamuli. That is, one-time medicine. Take only one dose. It's very difficult to eat or drink. It's very bitter and this thing, but yeah, but it fixes it. So that way, it gradually came up. But now the modern generation, they are also changing their lifestyle. They want, a little bit, healthy lifestyle. So they are going back to the healthy eating habits and all. So now a lot of people are coming to Ayurveda centers. If you see our main hospital, every day, we have got minimum 100 outpatient people, coming, yeah, yeah, coming for, I mean, consulting a doctor.
And primarily what countries?
Yeah, actually, these outpatients are all Indians. They are coming from within India only. But when you are talking about the inpatients, who are staying there, we have got a good number from Middle East, Arabian countries, South Africa, then all European countries, including Britain. Americans, we have got only very few, but we have got a lot of Australians also.
Say that again.
Australians.
Australians.
Australians,
Okay,
yeah.
so very few Americans.
Yeah, very few Americans. Maybe because we have not marketed enough in America, and for Americans, it is a very long way to travel to this
It is
place.
indeed.
Yeah, yeah. So that can be a concern.
Yes.
I think 2 years before, and I had a priest from America. He was from Chicago.
Yes.
So he stayed with us for 21 days. I mean, he came just for a rejuvenation. He was not sick, but he was around 65 years old.
Yes.
So, and it really helped him. So, we have Americans, but it's not a very. I'm sure it's not that popular in America. Ayurveda.
That's why we're doing this,
Yeah.
to educate people,
Yeah.
as we had explained before. Um, I know that we limited our time for this video, but I wanted to know how people could contact, or if they wanted more information, how would they reach you, or how would they reach the centers for to be able to
Yeah.
find out more information, or what is your website?
Yeah, actually, we have got a nice website and we have got a lot of online promotions happening. But still, America is not in our focus. But other countries, we are getting a lot of online inquiries. And our procedure, if we get an online inquiry, it can be a general inquiry. People, they do not know what to ask and all. So we have got a very, equipped team to ask them many other questions. I mean, what do they want? If it is only for a rejuvenation, then we can easily give a package. We don't need the support of a doctor. Even I can give that.
Right.
But if they have an illness, if they have some kind of specialty treatment, we take it to a doctor, and they'll have more questions. If they have got some medical records to be referred, then we ask them to send it to us.
Right.
So they will refer it, and if they need a little more extensive, checkups, they will ask them to do that, or we will invite them here, asking them, you may need minimum 21 days to stay here, and when they come here, we do a proper evaluation, and if you need to have any kind of a scanning or blood checks, we do everything.
So this
And
was our experience. We came with our medical records, and we
Yeah.
also did some blood tests, and they did some
Yeah.
MRI, which was much cheaper
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
in the West.
Yeah.
And we'll put Punarnava's website in the YouTube video
Yeah.
description so
Yeah.
that people can find it. I just have one last question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, why not, please?
Just wanted to know, in terms of research, because everyone in the West, and there is a more of an understanding of a holistic approach, or using herbs or Eastern techniques like acupuncture
Yeah.
or Ayurveda. Do you do any research? Is there any research that you guys do, or either here or with some Western, according to Western standards, or is that something that you guys are considering?
Actually, we do not do any kind of a research, with the patient. Definitely, we don't do that. But we have got a lot of case studies, because Dr. Anwar, he is the main person in our team. He is the chairman of the company, and he has got 25 years of experience, and he attends a lot of international conferences and this kind of R&D programs. So he brings a lot of knowledge, back to us, and he applies, that into our treatment methods, and we have got a very clear results on that. And we have got a case study reports, with us, for this kind of. That's I'm telling about infertility. We have got very clear results for infertility. So this is happening, and for testing, it's always very difficult, because especially when it's Westerners, the European people or something, they will not allow you to do a case study or this kind of a research on their body. It's quite normal, and because it's a new science to them also. So we do not approach to that level. But only thing we can guarantee is that the Ayurveda approach is always 100% natural, and we are using only herbs. We do not use any kind of chemicals or something. But what we are doing now, because the physique of a person nowadays is very complicated. It's not like olden days. Your body is always depending upon the kind of environment you are living, because
It's all polluted now.
yeah, so polluted, and the food you are eating, the kind of junk food. Yeah. So what we are doing now, yeah, stress levels, everything. Yeah. So what we are doing now, we are applying a little bit of modern technology into the investigation part. That helps us, to diagnose a person. And so that's the reason why we go for blood checks, which is not a part of Ayurveda. And we go for scans. That's again the modern technology. And also, it's always important to keep a balance of a body to get the best results. So for a diabetic person, it is not advisable for us to treat them without controlling their diabetics. So we have a dietitian who is a modern physician in our center. So he will check the patient, and he will really monitor their diabetic level every day, and he will serve the modern medicine what they are continuing for the diabetics. We don't ask them to stop that, and because if the diabetic level goes up in the middle, the result will be again adverse.
Yes.
So we approach Ayurveda. That's what we mean by holistic control. So that is the way we do. Otherwise, we do not have any research or something like that. And the problem is that if you do a research also, it will not be accepted by the modern medicine, because modern medicine is always a kind of an enemy to Ayurveda.
Yes.
So they have a different, attitude. But
But so
doctor,
they're threatened by you.
They don't
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
They don't know how to make money off of it.
Yeah. But now I can tell you, we have got one center in Trivandrum in Kim's Hospital. That's a multi-specialty tertiary care hospital, and there they have given us a big floor for Ayurveda. There we are conducting Ayurveda,
Yeah.
and we have got one in Cochin called Rajagiri Hospital. It's a very famous multi-specialty hospital. There also we are doing an Ayurveda center. Now we are going to sign the third one in Cochin, which is called Aster Medicity. It's a very famous medical institution. It's a very luxurious one. There also we are going to sign the document next week. So there also,
Congratulations.
yeah, thanks a lot.
And what about your country of Germany?
Yeah, Germany, of course, Germany is very, very popular for Ayurveda. Germans were the first, Western travelers who started, practicing Ayurveda in India, definitely.
Okay.
So they started coming here, and they really realized, the importance of Ayurveda. And Germany is the biggest market for Ayurveda. And if you go back to Germany, you can see many, many multi-speciality Ayurveda centers, authentic Ayurveda centers in Germany, and which is all run by the German people, but with a doctor from Kerala, all the therapists from Kerala, and they bring the medicines from Kerala also. The only problem is that we have got a certain limitations to bring the medicines in bulk quantity, so they have got some controls. So otherwise, Germany is the best market for Ayurveda.
Well, we want to make the U.S.
Yeah,
also
yeah,
a good market for you.
yeah.
So that's we're sending this positive messages out. We want everyone who's going to watch my YouTube video
Excellent. Yeah,
to be curious and
yeah,
to want to take this treatment. And
yeah.
I just want to thank you today for your
Yeah,
time.
excellent.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I thank you very much, to bring into the US, and we offer you all the supports, and you can be our contact point in US. We can discuss, this in future,
We can.
and yeah,
We'll be back.
definitely, yeah,
We'll definitely be back.
excellent. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Cheers.
that's right.
And if you have any questions, or we will have the information on my website as well, leechapin.com, and my YouTube channel, Lee Chapin. So we will continue our journey. We're here for another week, and so we'll have some more fascinating interviews with many of the other guests here at the hotel, at the resort. And we want to thank you again for your interest, and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year!